heaven and hell.
What's your favorite scary movie?
I wish this thing worked like it did in the movie. But yeah, we have what I think is going to be my first unboxing for the Halloween 2023 season. And I think between the voice changer and the knife, you can take a guess what the theme is at least. Alright, well, let me not put this somewhere where it's going to stab me. Stab me. Alright, so we should have two items within this box here. One of them is a bit older. Not really older, but, you know, it's not brand new. And the other one is brand new. So the older item is right here on top. And here we have the Funworld 25th Anniversary Ghostface Sparkle Robes. These Scream-style robes. So I think these were actually out, 25 years would have been, what, 2 years ago, I think, right? That was when we were still coming out of all the supply chain crap, and they were really hard to get your hands on. They were going for ridiculous prices online. Like, they were going for prices that you could buy custom-made, high-end Scream robes for. So I didn't get them. I wanted to get them at the time and build myself a life-size Ghostface. And you know what? I think that plan may still be going on. So yeah, I'll take these out of here in a minute, but finally got myself a set of the robes. And then there's a separate envelope in here for the second piece. And here we have the Scream 6 weathered mask. What do they call it? Aged mask. So it is, doesn't smell as much like vanilla. It's a little more gross smelling than the usual vanilla, I think. Yeah, so taking a look at this, I've seen people get paint jobs all over the board on these. I think they've all looked good from what I've seen, but I just wasn't sure in terms of like how gross it would look. And I think this is perfect. It's got a lot of nice yellows in there, the gray kind of base to it, all the little carved in cracks and everything. I think this came out pretty nice for a mass-produced mask. Mine is probably a little misshapen, needs a little pinching in there on the sides. I'm sure there's some online tutorials. I also saw that some of the spirit masks this year are coming with the plastic insert inside. So honestly, I may just try to pick up one of those and use that to help reshape this. But outside of a couple little like paint blemishes on it, this is pretty solid looking. And just for comparison, bringing in my custom version that I tried to do around the time the movie came out. I don't love how this came out. I definitely feel like I would have had to try it a few more times to get it how I wanted it, but you know, I decided to see them side by side and see how they stacked up. One of the other things I saw that was interesting with these is that the inside is actually black vinyl instead of the white, and it has like a foam pad on the forehead. So we're gonna go ahead and take these Scream robes out of their packaging. So here are the robes themselves. The sparkle material looks pretty nice for a mass-produced item. It's got the dangly bits down the arm. They are a little short and a little sheer. I would like them to be a little more opaque, but it's not too bad. One downside with these is that it doesn't have the gloves attached. They are separate, so another little inaccuracy there. We got the hood, and then down here at the bottom, it does have the kind of more triangular-ish tatters there. Now, this obviously is not made for somebody like me. I am not the right shape for these robes, but I'm gonna try them on anyway just to see how they fit. There is a nice like heft to them, which I wasn't expecting. Like for the fact that I could still see through the robe, it still is a relatively robust feeling robe, I guess. It does have a nice elastic around the wrist to kind of hold your hand in, so that's pretty nice. So I thought there was like a larger robe that they sold, but this actually fits me pretty well. I'm not gonna put the camera down on the ground, but it actually does come down to my feet. If I was wearing boots, this would be pretty comfortable. It's actually probably a little too long without shoes on, to be honest. Yeah, there's plenty of room in here. It is a pretty stretchy fabric, so it does work. It's kind of cool that the arms, you know, have all that going on with them. And then the hood. The hood comes up. Obviously, I think in the movies they use Velcro to hold it onto the mask underneath. So speaking of the mask, we got our last bit of odds and ends inside the box here, the bag. So we'll look at the gloves first. I mean, they're really just the same material as the robes. They're sparkly. They have a bit of an elastic in the wrist, but not a super heavy duty one. I think you'd kind of use this elastic on the arm of the sleeve to hold them on. So let's try them on here. So while the robes feel pretty good size-wise on me, the gloves do feel a little short. They fit my hand okay, but it's just, there's not a lot of extra material here at the wrist. If I was going to wear this, which I don't think I'm going to, but I would maybe try to find a way to either pin the gloves to the robe or just to sew them in there so they're part of it like the ones in the movie. I don't know. I thought I maybe had them on the wrong hand or something. They do feel a little goofy. I think they are just a little small for me. I'm not, like I said, I'm not really going to wear this all that much, but yeah, they're not maybe the best size for somebody like me, which is weird. Everything else fits fine for a fat ass like me, but the glove becomes the problem. As with the rest of the fabric on this, these are a little bit on the sheer side. I don't know if it's going to translate at all on camera, but to my naked eye, I can kind of see my tattoo sticking out through the material here. So it's not terrible. I don't think you would notice it at a convention. And, you know, my hand tattoo is pretty vibrant, so I think it's probably a good test of opacity there. So I think you might notice it if you have something like that, but I don't think other people would see it so easily. And then the mask is cheap as fuck. So it is just, you know, like basically shroudless. Pretty misshapen because there's nothing really giving it any structure here. The paint on it's pretty bad. There's a lot of just like scuff marks and stuff around the nose and the eyes. Basically wherever they painted it black, it's a little oversprayed. It has this bib, I guess, to kind of hide your neck, which I guess makes sense if you have the hood up. But just for the sake of it, I'm going to go ahead and put this on. And I could say, because it is so misshapen, it is pretty uncomfortable to put on my face. And then we'll pull the hood up. So I feel like with how misshapen this is, I look more like the Scream painting than I do Ghostface from the movies. I can't see very well without my glasses on, but it does look like it's pretty distorted on my face. That's okay though. I have plenty of other Scream Ghostface masks, so this one is not a concern for me. And here it is with the Scream 6 mask. I didn't take the tag off, so it's probably messing with the hood a little bit, and I didn't tie it or anything. But just for a quick try on, I think it is pretty cool. I don't think I have the mask quite right on. So yeah, that's it with the Scream 6 mask. Hell yeah. I say hell yeah, and I can't actually see my picture in the viewfinder, so I could look like a complete idiot. Who knows? But yeah, that's my mini review on the 25th anniversary robes and the Scream 6 mass production mask. I do hope they do the other aged mask from the movie. That would be really cool. I just think there were two other ones, right? I loved Scream 6. I haven't watched it since theaters despite having the Blu-ray. Mostly just because I liked it so much, I'm almost afraid to watch it again. Like, it may be my second favorite Scream movie. So, yeah, I don't know. I probably should revisit it. But I do hope they do the other masks. It does look like they have some other cool ones coming out this year. So I'm hoping I'll be able to find them in my other Halloween videos. It's a Scream, baby.